Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm happy to be here with you. I have sunshine. I think a couple of days last week it was not so sunny when I got on here, even though sun was coming in here. It wasn't sunshiny, and today it is. Yesterday seemed like a surprise to you, or maybe it was Saturday. I don't know, but I am loving the sunshine. So it is Monday, April 20. Yes, I'm here on a Monday. I've been coming Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a few weeks now. And when you get on here, let me know that you're here. I can't see that anybody's on yet. Maybe you're just having a hard time finding me. Oh, just a sec. Excuse me, allergy problems. Just a sec. I even brought my hand sanitizer over here because while I was working, I kept sneezing. All right, I can't see that anybody's on. It's been a minute or so. People having a hard time finding me. I might be getting off to come back and try to find you. Oh, good, Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Yay. Maybe just people had a hard time finding me today. So it is, and Dot is here. Now I sound like, what is it again? Romper Room again? And hi, Linda. Good morning. And Marsha's here. Good morning, Marsha. So I decided today, and Sherry's here. Hello. I decided today that I'm doing a technique that I actually meant to do last week. And Robin's here. Hi, Robin. Alexa had asked for, good morning, Penny. Alexa had asked for, I think she said, the one where you have to put tape on the stamp. Yeah, it makes us old, Marcia. Thank you for sharing already, Penny. Hi, Jamie and Diane. I love when so many of you are on with me. It makes it fun. I love it. So I'm doing a technique today that I should have done last week because it was asked for specifically, and I interpreted incorrectly when I was asking questions and whatever. So she asked for the one that you put tape on the stamp. Well, so I labeled it the wrong name, and so I went in the wrong direction, I think, based on... Okay, sorry, Dad, I'm not doing your technique. I'm not doing the mirror image one. I'm correcting the one that I did the last time. I'll probably do mirror image on Friday. So Alexa asked for the one where I put the tape on, and that one is actually called omitting, not masking. It's two different things, and it's actually a really easy technique. It is a little bit time consuming, or can be, and I'm actually going to show it to you three ways. The first way is a way that honestly I never do it ever. This may be the first time that I did it, but it's how Alexa described it, so I'm going to do that one first. So before I put you down and show you what stamps I'm using and showing you the techniques and stuff like that, just wanted to remind you that Wednesday is the Stamp With Me Day. Does anybody have any questions about that? Do you have your stuff picked out that you're going to come and stamp with me with? You just need basics: paper, ink, stamps, and a punch. Obviously your adhesives, scissors for cutting ribbon, but you wouldn't even have to do the ribbon if you don't have any that coordinate with what you're planning to use or whatever. So let me know if you have any questions, because questions about what you're doing, this on 30 sounds good. Thanks. Excuse me. If you have any questions about what you're going to use, now is the time to do it, not in the middle of when we're doing our class, because I'm going to be focusing on showing you what to do and then making sure that people aren't behind or whatever. So I think I described, I know I described, I think in my description, and then also I probably said something when I talked about it. Sorry, water day today. What I said was, I'll put you down to do some stamping and do a step or whatever, and then I'll pull it back up and make sure that everybody's there, or see if anybody has questions or whatever. So that's my plan. So, I think that's all of the pre kind of stuff that I have. I have a club that is going to be meeting tomorrow night, actually. And I didn't tell everybody about it soon enough to be able to do anything for it. But I have one next Monday morning also. And if you would like to join the club with me, you just need to place a $25 order with their host code. So if you need that, well, you can look on my events page. Go to dazzledbystamping.com, and then click on events, and you can see the club that is scheduled for Monday morning, 10 a.m. So I will not be doing a live that day. I just remembered I should remind you of that, because I'm going to be doing an actual club. If you want to join me, everybody that is in that club has to spend at least $25, and we're doing it with a host code so that I can just send the host her rewards and her order directly to her. So nothing is coming here. So if you want to join me, place an order, a $25 order with her code by today. I don't know what the code is. You'll have to go look for it. And if you do it by today, then I'll send you the what's it called? Make and take packet also. So you can join with us. It will actually be on a Zoom, not on a live. Well, Zoom will be live, but I always call my Facebook lives a live. Hi, Nancy. Anyway, so let me know if you want to join me, and I think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to put you down, and I'm going to show you the stamp set that I'm going to use for the first technique. Anybody who just got here, I'm doing the omitting technique, and there's 3 different ways that I have done it, or actually this first way that I'm going to show you I hadn't ever done before, because it's kind of a messy one, but it's pretty basic. So I'm going to put you down, show you the stamp set, and show you a quick something that I do for problem stamping sometimes. Okay, so I need to do my thing here. So I have to backwards you and upside down you, and I'm going to put you down. Okay, so this beautiful day stamp set is what I'm going to be using for my omitting technique. But first I want to show you something else. So here is the big stamp that I'm going to use, the butterfly, and I'm inking this up with Memento, mostly just because I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends to color this one in, and so I'm just going to stick with the same thing. But it seems like, well, I'll just show you. Make sure the body is on here. This, I know that this this cardstock piece is too small. Okay, so I want to show you something here. Maybe you can't see, maybe you can. Okay, look at the body. Can you see how it's a little bit splotchy? Like it's not full black. I don't know why that keeps happening on the body, but it does. So when I have something like that, sometimes I just want it to be darker, and while these lines are nice and thick, and I probably could just darken them completely, what I do, especially when something is a thinner line, is I'll use my black marker, and instead of just coloring it or whatever, I just dot where I want it to be a little bit darker. So I kind of like fill in the splotch a little bit. I'm not going to bother trying to show you the finished product, because I'm not sure you could even see the bad image in the first place. But I just wanted to mention to you, like, this is a really bold image, so I could do it, but you don't just have to go in and color the lines, or even with your your fine tip. You don't have to go and color the lines. You can just make dots on it, and it makes it a little bit less noticeable that you did anything extra on it. Okay, all right, so I'm going to put that aside. Now, the first thing I want to show you is the actual technique, and then I'll finish the card. Okay, so again, this is called omitting, and oh, I just remembered I want to put my computer on so that I can draw names. Just a sec. All right, my computer is up and on the wrong page. Sorry, I had to do that. Just a sec. Okay, so I have this stamp, Always Thinking of You, that I want it to just say thinking of you. Now, there's nothing wrong with the stamp as it is, but maybe you have another stamp that, I don't know, you don't want something there, or for this particular card, it's actually a good idea to just have thinking of you because of the space that I'm going to stamp it in. So there could be various reasons why you would want to do this. So I'm literally taking a piece of Scotch tape and I'm covering up always. I need to make sure that I get the whole word. Kind of tucking it down a little bit because there's a little part of an S that I don't want to get either. Okay, so can you see I have tape on always? So I'm just going to ink up thinking of you. Okay, so I'm taking my ink pad and I'm literally just still inking it up like normal. So here is with the tape, and now I can just peel this tape off and throw it away if I can get it off my finger. Okay, so this is not one that you want to do several times because I wouldn't want to have to do that with tape several times. But I'm going to stamp thinking of you right at the bottom right here. And there we go. I'm thinking of you on my card instead of always thinking of you. Okay, so like I said, that one's messy because you get ink on the tape. You have to peel the tape off. And you couldn't exactly put it back on. You would just end up with a total mess. So that's good for a one-time shot. And if you do a couple of them, fine, but you're going to have to do new tape every time. That's not the way that I want to do it. Okay. Now, I'm going to color my butterfly. And I'm sure it's shocking that I chose to go the purple route. I love my purples. So I'm using all of my favorite purples. I like Gorgeous Grape, but it doesn't really fit in this collection of colors that I have here. So I'm going to, I decided I'm just going to do one of these colors. Okay. I'm using the wrong one already. That's dumb. All right, I had to think through this. Sorry. All right, so I have dark purple Posy, and I'm just going to color these so that they are symmetrical. I'm not trying to blend. I'm just using all these colors. Okay, so there's dark purple Posy. Then I want light Highland Heather. I probably should just show you the finished project when I'm done, because I'm not doing anything special with coloring. The cool thing about coloring, though, on this this big of an image, this bold of an image, is it's harder to go outside the lines because the lines are so thick. All right, I'm going to use the light. Okay, I'm doing light Blackberry Bliss. Bliss. Okay, so I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like it's a God's creation sort of thing. I feel like this is Dark Blackberry Bliss. I feel like butterflies are the same on both sides. It's not just me being symmetrical. It was God being symmetrical in his creation. And it's just something, it's a need I have besides. So he must have known that, or else he put the need in me. That's, I'm sure, the case too, that I need symmetry. Okay. Now I am using dark Highland Heather. I used light already. And I forgot, actually, I wanted the 4 teardrop looking parts of this butterfly to be all the same. Sorry, you know that I struggle when I color to talk. Alright, so I need to find the light purple Posy again. It's my Highland Heather. These purples are, I guess it was dark purple Posy that I used. These purples are hard to tell the difference between. That's actually the case for a lot of these, but all right. Now I'm gonna go with light purple Posy. Oh, maybe I'm gonna change this. I was doing it the way I had on my sample that I was working with, but I'm gonna change it. And I think I want my dark to be darker. So they look a little less alike. Okay, now I have dark rich raspberry in person and not up against purple cardstock. The Blackberry Bliss and rich raspberry look more like a maroon, but then when they get next to purple cardstock, or maybe just their own colors, they look more purpley. You know that they're my favorites. I am totally a rich raspberry girl. Okay, so if you've not seen Stampin' Blends or still can't figure out why people like Stampin' Blends, I'm going to show you in a second why that is, or bring to your attention. So besides being able to blend all your colors, put these back in the thing here. Besides being able to blend your colors, like going from light and dark, look at how the actual colors look. There's no lines. You know how when you always color with markers, there's the lines where you were scribbling? There's not lines. It just all kinds of blends together. It might be splotchy, which that's actually an okay thing. It just shows color variation sort of thing. But there's no lines, and I love that. Okay, so I'm done with this for now. I'm going to come back to my purple Posy. Okay, so I have this piece of designer paper. It's actually from See a Silhouette again, and that's the designer paper I'm using on Wednesday for my class with you. And I scored it at a 1/2 inch because I wanted to show just a little bit of the back. Now, not all of our designer paper looks good front and back like this, but this one totally does. And it goes with my card. And I'm going to use adhesive down this whole thing so that it will stay well. So I want to press it down. And then I'm going to put this here. so here's my card. And then I'm not using dimensionals, I'm just going normal. Remember, this is a reminder again, make sure you have something underneath your project when you're using Stampin' Blends. I forgot to mention that. Alright, so we're going to put this on here. Oh, I forgot to look for rhinestones. I know I have them buried over here somewhere, just a sec. I just saw them. I used the last 3 and then I forgot to pull out a new thing and I don't know where they are, so I'm gonna have to show you my other card. I'll fix it later. Okay, so besides this, I'm gonna put a little bit of Wink of Stella on here, which you won't be able to tell very well on camera. Yep, I can tell. So you can add some sparkle here, wherever you would like. Okay, quick mention to you. How many of you have opened up your Wink of Stella and used it? I had somebody text me the other day. I couldn't get it to come out. So I was trying to tell him you have to squeeze it out, whatever. She's like, it's just not working. So finally I'm like, okay, so on your Wink of Stella, do you have a little black ring in the middle? And she sent me a picture, and certainly she did have a little black ring. So the very first time that you use this, you actually have to unscrew this and take out the black ring that's here. And then you screw it back in, and then you only pull apart. You still have to like pump it to get the paint down in here. But like if you have a black ring in here still, it's never gonna work. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It helps separate the tube from the brush kind of thing, the paint from the brush. It may even have a little piercer part or whatever that opens it up into the paint. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so here's my finished card. Now my other one doesn't have this strip, but I'm going to show you my other one because it does have the bling on it. So here it is. It's very fuzzy. I'll show it to you when it's up. But I went in line with my layer here rather than with my greeting. Just wanted something different. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. Okay, so that was the first method of omitting, which was just literally using tape. My next card, I'm going to show you 2 ways to omit. This stamp set is called Perennial Birthday, and I'm going to use this flower stamp here, and I'm going to use this greeting here, and then one for the inside too. But anyway, so I have my pieces here. Okay, so the first way, which would be the next easiest way of omitting, would be I'm using Here's to Celebrating You, and I want just Celebrating You on here. There's nothing wrong with this saying, but I'm just showing you a way to do it. Now this, you need to use your markers, and I wouldn't use your Stampin' Blends because they're alcohol based and they dry quickly. That's the whole purpose of them. I would use regular markers. Don't use Sharpies if you don't have our Stampin' Right markers. Maybe just regular water-based markers would be okay. Don't use Sharpies. You'll totally ruin your stamp and it will be black forever and whatever. Excuse me. I also, if I can help it, don't use photopolymer stamps. I use red rubber stamps. I don't know, the markers don't like the photopolymer. You don't get good coverage. So you need red rubber stamps and you need water-based markers, okay? Not alcohol-based, which are Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to use my marker, and I don't want Here's To on you. I just want Celebrating You. So I'm going to take my marker, and I always use the side of it when possible, and I'm just going to totally color just Celebrating You. All right, this is another one. I don't do it very often because it's just a little more time consuming. Obviously, Much more time consuming than going stamp, stamp, stamp on my ink pad to pick up my ink. The other thing that you need to do with this technique is you need to huff it. I know people laugh at that, but that's what we call it, because you're not blowing on the stamp, you're adding hot air to it. So I breathe with my mouth open. So obviously this stamp, or this card, is going to need to dry and sit for a bit before it goes out in the mail, because I just got my water particles on it. This is not social distancing doing this. Okay, so I have just celebrating you. Oops, not in camera. Sorry. Celebrating you on here instead of here's to celebrating you. Okay? All right. So the next thing is I'm going to do this flower. And it's basically the same technique, but it's just a little more in depth. So I'm going to use all of these markers to color this stamp rather than using all of these markers to color in an image on my cardstock. Okay, so I'm inking up this flower in the way that I want it to look before I put it on there. This really only works for bolder stamps. If you have really thin line images, it doesn't work very well. It works, yeah, you just have to be careful. So like with any kind of color on top of color, potentially. I don't want it to be that way, but you could do that. You always start with the lighter color, lightest color that you have for when you're doing it. So I'm using my crushed curry in the center of my flower. Now, even though I'm not planning to touch that, my marker could touch that. So I'm going with the next darker color. So if I had put this down first and then went back and got my yellow, then my Coastal Cabana could have gotten on my crushed curry. So that's why you go this way. So I am, again, using the side of my marker when possible. Sometimes if you have to get in a tiny area, it's not really possible. Now, I'm not sure that I explained earlier when I did the omitting on the stamp with the marker, the celebrating you. The reason that we huff on these stamps once we're doing this technique and ready to stamp it is because, especially with something like this where I'm doing different colors for all of these images, these are the petals that I'm doing right now. By the time you're done, this ink is all dried, potentially. Now, maybe not on the Celebrate You because I was quick and it was just one little area and whatever. But you could get done and your ink is all dry. So that's why we have to re-wet it with our breath. So just to be careful, I'm not even going to send this out till Friday. It probably would be fine if I sent it out on Wednesday, but I'm not going to. Or maybe it'll go out Thursday. I don't know. That would be enough time. So that was Granny Apple Green on the stems of this one. And now I'm doing these leaves. This is Color Me Clover. Just decided to do two different greens. You definitely need to use the tip of the marker to get into these tiny places. I feel like I just got some Color Me Clover on the petals. All right, and the last one is these little buds of flowers. So this is Blueberry Bushel. I'm gonna miss this color. I don't use it a ton, but it's a really pretty blue. And this is one of them that is retiring. One of the set of in colors is retiring. So this color will be going. So if there's any cardstock, ink refills, markers, anything you want in these colors, you need to get them sooner than later. I think the retired list is coming out on Wednesday, I believe. So pretty much once the retired list is out, everything's sort of while supplies last. Other than stamp sets, they'll give you a date when they will guarantee the stamp sets by. Okay, so see, I have my stamp all colored with my different colors. Now I'm going to breathe on it. And then stamp it. Oh, too light of colors. Can't see it well. You can see it a little bit. Hopefully it'll be better once I get it all put together and the camera's up. Okay, so here's my flower image. I'm going to put this onto my piece here. Still can't see it very well. All right, and then this one is going on Blueberry Bushel. I went back to these colors earlier in the year when I was working with the poppies. I used Coastal Cabana and Blueberry Bushel, and I really liked that. All right, so here's my piece again. All right, now before I put this down, this is just a really easy card besides showing the omitting. Oops, I just got my thumb in it. Technical difficulties here, just a sec. Okay, so with this stamp set, there is of this little background polka dot stamp set. Dot, you can't win again. Actually, you could, but I didn't think of you until I said it out loud. So I'm just making a random background here. Good enough. I'm going to close this up. I'm not using dimensionals on this either. Good thing I wasn't planning on it because I didn't pull it out at all. I did plan on that running out while I was in the middle of it though, so I planned for that. That's a good thing. I just want to offset it a little bit. Okay, so I didn't mention, this is Coastal Cabana. This is Pool Party though. I did not use Pool Party in this, but I wanted a couple different colors of that. And then on the inside, I'm actually going to, I prefer Stay-On. So I only use it on my red rubber stamps though, and I only use it when I'm not, there's something, oh, it's gone. I only use it when I'm not using it with Stampin' Blends. I stamped inside. That's all we were getting. And here's that. Okay, so that was omitting 3 ways. I'm done. I'm going to pull you up. So I'm going to upside down you, backwards you again, and pull you up. And here I am. Hello. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the cards that I did. Oops. I dropped the card. Shoot. I dropped the one that has the bling. You're just going to have to pretend that you know what it looks like. All right, so here's my, the first one that I did. And I will put bling on it before I mail it out. So here's this one. And then here's the one I just got done doing. You still can't see that Coastal Cabana flower very well. Well, it's cute, trust me. So unless you want me to, what? Unless you want me to win? Fun card. I don't know what you're saying that to. I assume unless you want me to win. Well, see, I don't have any control over it. It's my randomizer on my computer. Well, hello, people. I see more people that are on with me. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so remember, yeah, I don't use them very often, Marcia. It's kind of fun having people tell me techniques that they want to do or want to see. Thank you. Okay, so first of all, some quick reminders before I draw winners from Friday. First of all, Wednesday is our Stamp Together time. Friday will be mirror image technique. I haven't decided what I want to show with it, what stamps I want to show with it. I always end up with trees. That always ends up being a pretty thing. So that probably will be one of them, but I want to come up with something else too. Monday, I won't be, a week from today, I won't be doing a Facebook Live at all. I will be doing a Zoom club meeting. If you would like to join it, you can place a $25 order or more. More is good. With their host code, which is in my event. You go to dazzledbystamping.com and click events, and you can find the host code there. You have to place an online order and click apply after you put the code in, and then it will be applied, and all the hostess benefits go to my hostess. We'll be doing a Zoom on Monday morning at 10 o'clock, and I will be sending out make and take packets within the next couple days. Diane Bow, I saw your name somewhere up there that you were watching, and I did get your order. Thank you. Okay. Remember to, I'm not sharing unless you promise not to put me in the drawing. You're in the drawing, but I don't expect anybody to share what they win. Excuse me. Well, actually, I do. You're supposed to send it to your friends and family. Okay, so I'm doing a drawing right now. Remember to share so you can be entered for the drawing from today. I have everybody loaded up, and I'm clicking start. Ha. Dot, you won today. That means you're probably not going to win your dots one for next time. Congratulations. I don't even remember what the cards are. Oh, you get the cow card. Okay. So we're going to pick another name and start. I need a drum roll. Debbie Green, you won my second one. I think I still have your address somewhere. I'm just teasing that. It's all random. I was just teasing that I literally don't have control over it. Okay. So, congratulations to, I need to write these down so it helps me remember. So, Dot 1 and Debbie Green 1. All right. Thank you for sharing, Jamie. I appreciate it. So I will see you Wednesday morning again at 10:30. And this time, a bunch of you are going to have supplies and are going to be stamping with me. So you're going to want space to, you feel like a turkey. You are a turkey. You have a good day too, Jamie. Thank you so much. I will see you Wednesday morning to be able to stamp with you. Have an awesome day, and I will see you later. Bye.